How about some Adam Park? You guys want some Adam Park? Yeah. All right. Adam, have you been here? Never read. Never read.
Okay then.
I'm going to try to do this without the key. It's not a poetic affectation. Yeah, I moved out of Sacramento back in 2007, and it occurred to me driving down here that I haven't been to Lunas in 12 years. And I got to say, I'm so happy, just one, that it's here, and two, that it hasn't changed. Because so much outside of these walls is changing, and unfortunately it's not for the best. So I want to thank all of you guys. And Art, we don't know each other, but we're all the bulwark against the bullshit that we're drowning in daily treats. And it's so great to see that there's still a community here doing it. So, yeah, my name's Adam. I've been spending the better part of the last 2 years living in Guatemala. And I really do quite a few readings down there, and about 50% of the audiences are bilingual or English only, and then the other half are Spanish only. And I read in English, porque mi español es mierda. So I'm used to a lot of like blank puzzle faces, so it'll be nice to hopefully not have some. All right. To the cigarette I dropped into my typewriter. I dropped you down into the keys because I was lazy and a bit more drunk than I realized. I dropped you the way one would discard a bad poem. My heart breaks for you. You're, after all, my last cigarette. It breaks the way it does for a catch and release fish you can't pull free from the hook, and it's dying on the line, and you weren't even going to eat it anyway. It breaks the way a Raymond Carver story breaks your heart. When I lost you, it was traumatic. It's so real, it's so unreal, just about the worst thing I ever knew, until there started to be all this talk about bombs falling, and madmen, and degenerate media, and taking a knee during the national anthem, and collusion, and tweet storms, and judicial appointments, and it all seemed so fucking trivial. But I warn you just the same, like a Bukowski poem for a civil war.
Okay.
All right, two more. What a love. It's Beerdrunk on a summer night. You wouldn't have known it was summer unless you understood something about the microclimates in the region, how it could be warm in one valley and considerably colder on the other side of the ridge. I shivered pretty hard, I guess. She draped me in a blanket. The cold was partly to blame for my tremors, but the booze and my tendency to be intimidated by beautiful women probably factored in too. I told her about this, about how she intimidated me. She didn't say much about that. We opened another beer. She was hung up on a guy. I wondered who. I wondered if she could possibly mean. I wondered the things one wonders when they've got a hang up on someone who tells you that they're hung up on someone. She asked if I thought she was nice. I told her she was very nice. I think I reached for her hand about that time. I draped one end of the blanket on her legs and the other on mine. That's about the time she told me that she loved me. She said it 4 times in a row, said my name, and said it again. I love you. Wasn't that kind of I love you, though. It was the kind one friend says to another when they're both beer drunk. We looked at each other a good long time. I asked her if she wanted some company while she circled the drain. I told her I'd be happy to join her. I was halfway down the drain already anyway. She hinted that she would like that. And for the rest of the night, we didn't feel quite so rotten. This is a poem of sorts. The thing I said before about it being cold in the summer, I was using microclimate as metaphor. You're supposed to use metaphors in poems. I'm not good at metaphors. I can explain them, like I'm doing now. I wasn't really talking about the weather before, no. I was talking about how a guy can burn white hot on the inside, even though he shivers in front of a woman who has said she loves him, whether she meant it or not.